What is up, everybody? It's Sunday night. It's 7 o'clock. And also, today is the day that will become known as Jim Ryan bent his knees. Sorry, had to go there. But it is what it is. It's not a lie. We all know it's true. Just like Milli Vanilli. We get it. So, we hope everybody had a great week. And I think we're overlapping. Well, we're not overlapping. I do believe the Iron Lords is overlapping everybody today, but that's all. It's all good.
They're going for a record, brother.
I love them to death. I don't know how they can do a podcast for like 7-8 hours straight.
Oh yeah.
I can barely even stay awake for that long,
dude.
On a given day.
It's already time for bed in my eyes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, see, I mean, I was saying, man, I love my guys, but I just couldn't do it. I know when I was on there a couple of years ago, it was like 5.5 hours, and I was like, oh my God. But anyway, let's get this one going. At the bottom right, Scrub, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, ready to get the podcast started. Been playing a couple of games. Just downloaded Exo Primal. Hadn't checked it out yet, but that's the next on the list. Might be streaming that after the show. Playing some Call of Duty, and then took me and the family went down to New Orleans for about 3 or 4 days. So it's been a fun little week. Glad to be back home. So let's talk some games.
It's always good to be back home, even though you're happy when you leave, right?
That's right. That's right.
And one of our guests we have not seen in a while. What is up, Mr. Tater? It's Crispy Bomb.
Hey, man, out here, motherfucker. Let's go. Great to be back. And, as usual, I apologize for, kind of giving you the little like, hey, I can't do it tonight, but I'm back. I'm in rare form, my brother. And also, I'm sorry, Jim. You had to bend the knee. Oh, that sucks, don't it? Don't it just don't feel right for you? But we'll get into that.
Oh, yeah, we would definitely get into it. I promise you that one. And then a gentleman who's not been on a podcast in quite a while. We're very happy to have back. What is up, Tempest? And what have you been up to, sir?
What's up, bud? Yep, I haven't been on a podcast in 2 years or something crazy like that.
It's been a very long time.
Very long time, and Wilmy was nice enough to be like, I don't care, let's have the Scrub on. So I'm here. What's been up is too many games that I can't possibly play, and there's just apparently about 50, 60 more coming to Game Pass soon, apparently. So
God, there is a ton slotted for this year.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm playing one of them. We'll probably get into it later, but yeah, I'm excited.
Oh yeah, we'll get into them.
All right, well, let's get the show rolling.
All right, and then the panel Pony Pumper. What's up, Piniac?
What's up? How's everybody doing? Good. I am currently on the road to the Final Fantasy 16 Platinum Trophy, which I had no intention of getting initially, but playthrough 1, I thought it was amazing, so I'm like, let's go through it again on the hardest difficulty. Sure, why not? Yeah, I'll have it by the end of the week, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, there's not the game shrinks in size when you skip every cutscene and every side quest. So
you mean by
cruising
20
through
hours?
What's that?
You mean it shrinks by 20 hours?
My first playthrough, I did basically everything, and I think that landed me at about 48. Mm-hmm. And the last time I checked, I'm currently on right before the last mission, and I think I'm at 58 now. So yeah, you can skip those cutscenes, man, and skip every side quest, and yeah. So that's where I'm at. I don't know what I'm gonna play next, but shit, let's go.
All right, and of course, real quick explanation: Bomber is on vacation. So he is drunk.
Oh, man.
He is drunk on the beach with a mattress on his back, says curb service. Centurion sadly had to work today. He got called in, so he couldn't be here. And Dredd is at a convention. So, yeah, our panel's a little bit short, but we got 2 guests to make up for it.
See, this is how long I haven't been here. Where's the trash panda? What's going on here?
Dude, poor Leo, man, his work schedule, dude. he's got to be up and ready for work at like 1:30 a.m. on Monday
been
morning.
there.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy
This is
early.
not one of
Trust
those
me,
weeks for me.
it's not the same without Leo, but we just didn't. I mean, dude, I don't want my man going to sleep, to work with no sleep.
Yeah.
Because,
I
he is a delivery guy, and I really don't
People
want him sticking
matter.
those little Debbie's where, he can't.
He'd be
Get 'em
here if
back.
he could, but it's
Oh,
just-
trust me,
yeah.
he actually tried. But, he went to work
Oh,
the next day
man.
like a zombie, so I can't ask him to do that. And as far as me, I can't get off Diablo 4. I'm having a really bad addiction to this damn game, and even though it pisses me off,
It's an abusive relationship.
it is an abusive relationship because I'm like level 84. I've been grinding and farming. I've been doing World Bosses, the stupid Tree of Whispers, and I can't get any higher gear. I'm just at that point where I want to scream and yell at the TV screen, but it doesn't do any good. So, and I've got to try Exo Primal. I've got it downloaded. I've heard good things about it. Matter of fact, Tempest was talking about it before we went live. Boom was talking about it Friday on his show. I really need to try that, but I've also got so many other games I need to play. But anyway, let's dive into. I think there's been some news come out today of a couple of things. So, without further ado, let's do this. So,
Very nice.
I'm going to start off with myself real quick. For the last 18 months, if you've been one of these dumbasses that's been sitting on social media, on YouTube and on Twitter, and you've been talking about the ABK deal, and you've based your whole persona denying this deal is ever going to happen, and we know who you are, Salty. That's one.
Yes.
That's one. And you've actually had to delete your Twitter account because you were wrong. Man up. Just admit you're wrong. Quit acting like you're our insiders. Quit trying to be edgy. And just admit you're wrong. I said it like a year and a half ago. You do not beat money. Money always wins. I don't care who you are, where you're from. Money talks. AC/DC said it back in the 80s. Money talks. That's it. You're not going to beat a $1 trillion company at their own game. That's just how life works. Lena Khan, she's not very bright. We learned that. They didn't even know anything about gaming. That was obvious if you listened to any of the hearings. They were completely confused.
No, I skipped
And
those.
I listened to bits and pieces because I thought it was hilarious. Because it never turned into protecting consumers anyway. It was all about Sony, believe it or not, which I thought was awkward, but they really didn't have an argument. And by Friday, I mean, you had to be crazy not to know this deal was going to go through. And then when the FTC lost their last chance of an appeal, that was it. And now the CMA is saying they can fast track and let Microsoft close sooner.
Ooh,
And then
that's
today,
the best track.
and then today we find out that Jim went back to Microsoft begging Phil to let them have Call of Duty back.
A lesser deal, no doubt.
I mean, maybe Jim, next time you should have took the deal, dude.
Yep.
You tried. You got a cake and a little gold star beside your name.
He fucked around and found out, bro. I mean,
Basically.
He really did. I mean, that's a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely fucked around and found out. And the funnier part of this is I've been seeing people all day long sharing a couple of idiots on social media that now Sony should back Battlefield. And I put a post up earlier. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like Battlefield. Battlefield isn't Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And in my opinion, Battlefield Bad Company was the last really good Battlefield game they made.
I agree. No, Bad Company 2. We'll say that. Like Bad Company 2 is really good.
Yeah,
I am
and
sorry, but
they really needed to come back in that way, but they didn't. They just like, hey, this game did good. Let's see what we can do to screw it up at this point. And Battlefield 2042, I pre-ordered it. I played it for an hour and a half. I deleted it. But now I've heard it's been fixed. The
Right.
problem with EA is they would release these Battlefield games. They fixed them 6 months later. By the time that 6 months is up, nobody cares anymore.
yeah.
There's already something else to play. So it's never been reinstalled on my Xbox again. I got it for free on PlayStation with PlayStation Plus. I haven't installed it, but I've got it in my library in case I ever do get to play it. And I don't really see them backing Battlefield because Microsoft always has done the marketing for Battlefield for the last few years. So I'm not really sure. I know today we saw that the deal is for PlayStation to get Call of Duty for what, 10 years on their
Is it?
platform.
Indefinitely.
Yes, it's 10 years. It's
10 years.
definite. 10 years.
That's 10 years.
Which they should have signed in the beginning.
Yeah, you should. I mean, you spent all this time, all this taxpayer money to be right back to square one.
But they didn't have to pay for it, so I
That's
see
true.
why they tried. They didn't have to pay for
Yeah,
it.
they did try. Like I said, he gets a gold star beside his name. And the funnier part of this is now I'm seeing people, the same people on social media a few months ago, they said, well, you can keep Bethesda games. They suck. Nobody wants them. I saw one of these dudes today say, well, if Jim signed to get Call of Duty on PlayStation, there's no reason he can't sign to get Starfield on PlayStation.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, dude, really?
Nobody
Okay.
cares.
Give me God of War on Xbox.
True.
Then we'll fucking talk, okay?
How dare you? No.
Exactly.
I'm Jim's personal person on this panel.
It's been okay for PlayStation dudes to say, well, you just buy a PlayStation 5, bro, and play it. But now that Xbox may have some games coming out, now you want to cry about that and say, well, why can't Jim just sign a deal?
You want to know the best part about this?
Go ahead.
Is if you look at some of the documentation, when they asked Sony to sign that 10-year deal before, it had wordage in there saying it was for future Activision games.
Yes,
Meaning
it was.
like all their games. And now if you look at it now, it is
just says Call of
strictly
Duty.
for Call of Duty. Yep. He
Yep.
stepped in it big, man. He stepped in it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you reap what you sow here, right?
Most definitely. It's bad moves, and God, and the way Lena Khan got dunked on by the congressman, and it's with some people that dunked on her that I do not agree with on anything else, but it just so happens with this deal that she just looked so bad. She did not have a response for anything. She took no accountability. She was like, well, that's part of the staff's decision.
Yeah, she blamed everything on her staff, dude.
Yeah. You're the head of the staff. You are part of staff. Don't try to throw it on everybody else. And then you're trying to explain the taxpayer money. I was even talking with a friend. They were like, well, they'll still try to go. I said, they're only doing it to save face. They're not going to actually do it. And then when they actually went for the appeal, I was like, come on. You're just pulling that straw.
She did that. She did that so she didn't have to answer any questions in front of Congress. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's bad. That's just bad.
Oh, it's a bad look for sure.
Especially against a foreign company. You're fighting two American companies coming together for a foreign company.
That was the part that really made a lot of people mad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she really did.
America!
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was like you're protecting a Japanese-based company from two American companies. So it was a weird concept, dude, from the jump. There's no doubt about it. It was definitely it made for some odd listening, that's for sure. So Dread, you made it.
Yes, a little late, but I'm here.
He
So-
got back from
He-
taking
He
upskirts
got here
at the
because I'm
convention.
here.
What? How do you get that?
There was no need for that. There was barely any skirts there in the first place.
Yeah.
well, what was
What's the-
Clowns wearing?
No skirt, that's for sure.
He's not Irish. It's okay. He's Italian.
Gotcha.
Irish people don't wear skirts. That's Scottish.
That's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute.
Jesus.
Learn
Learn
your
geography.
There's
geography.
yeah. There's a little
UK,
bit
whatever.
in
It's all
between
the
that. I mean, there's only a castle, that's in Ireland, off my namesake, but that's all right. Just a
Oh, so
winky
you're
wink.
pulling a Christopher Hart, right? Because remember, Christopher Hart didn't know
Tyrell
that-
Castle. Look it up.
Look, I saw Braveheart.
Hey, man, Canada's south of America. What do you expect?
I still can't believe that dude didn't realize Canada was
Dude.
part of North America. That was so funny.
That
Oh
was
my
pretty
God.
bad. That was pretty bad.
Man, that is old.
And
Come
then-
on.
But that's not all he said. He said some other stuff, but that's like one of the famous ones.
Yeah, that was just too good. But all right, so Dread, since you're here,
Yo,
tell everybody what you've been up to.
I've been trying to ignore the dog from barking, that's for sure. No, I've been going to conventions, and this was a 3-day event, and just working my butt off trying to get content out there and recording stuff, and very little video games and very little attention to the ABK court case with the FTC. I find out
You didn't
hours
miss
later
anything.
everybody's partying. I'm at a rave to find out that people are partying, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm already here.
know what,
What are
Dred?
you
I,
taking, sir?
I
Right.
normally go to MetroCon every single year, and this year we just didn't have the money. We had a couple other things going on earlier in the weekend, so I saw you taking pictures and video of Metro. I was like, damn, the one year I don't go, Dred's there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Looked
Next
funny.
time,
Heck yeah.
I'll be there in 2 weeks again. It'll be Tampa Bay Comic Con.
Yeah, we were thinking. I'll have to look at it. I might be there.
And if anybody else is listening in the area, and they can get to Tampa, go to Tampa.
I am very far away, but thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Me too. I'm a pretty good distance too. So. And to me, living in North Carolina, there's only two things in Florida: old people and their parents. So I'm good.
Strip clubs.
Yeah, I went to Tampa last year, so
Alligators.
Strip
we
clubs.
got alligators too, dude. So
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
well,
not that
yeah.
impressive.
Gators.
Yeah,
Even the alligators go to strip clubs.
Yeah.
We got bears up here. I mean,
well, we do too, but all of our gators are on crack apparently, or on heroin.
Yeah, but the
So is
alligators,
Florida.
Yeah, that's true.
the alligators have smoother skin than some of the strippers down here.
Well, that's just about
Damn.
anywhere you go.
That's pretty bad.
sounds like you know, sir. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, he has to get that beard fixed some way or another, right?
Get a good
Yeah.
waxing.
You didn't think that was all beard cream, did you? Anyway, shut up, Wilmy. So, Crispy, let's get your take on the whole situation.
Well, isn't it sad that Sony actually had to do what we all thought they should have done to begin with? Isn't that funny? I mean, Wilmy's not wrong. I mean, everybody, all these fanboys, which unfortunately I have screenshots of them saying, I just want Microsoft to compete. I just want Xbox to compete. Well, how did you think a $1 trillion company would do that? How did you think? Did you think they were just going to be like, oh, we're going to build a new studio? I mean, Initiative, we haven't seen shit in a while. Just saying. Okay. It costs more money to build a new studio than to take the talent of a purchase studio and allow them to do what the hell they want. It's a lot different. I don't know. I'm sorry. Obsidian's been kind of nailing it. Hey, Clockwork Revolution, that actually looks pretty good.
That looks really good. I'll be playing that.
I'm
today.
just saying, dude, say what you want, but there are gaming developers that can do other things when they have backing. And this is where I've kind of gotten, I've been on the side of people sometimes and sometimes not, of saying, okay, like they should be hands off, and then all of a sudden they shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? But I see games that are intriguing, stories that are intriguing. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that Xbox hasn't done in a while. All we've gotten, and I'm the first one to say, we got Gears, Halo, Forza. There you go. That's what we've gotten for years. And now we see new things. And then all of a sudden, a company that has a huge development house, okay, is getting bought by Microsoft. And Microsoft is kind of hands off. And sometimes we hate it, to be honest. But what I saw in this past showcase, I'm intrigued. Is it going to work out the way I want? No. You know, people are, will first of all call out, certain things that have been done with Bethesda. But if you look at the majority of the games, they've been pretty good. Just saying. And they've launched, Deathloop, that launched while Microsoft had, Bethesda under their wing. Like, let's be honest here. So there are possibilities. There's a lot of Game Pass ramifications that say, well, hey, we're going to reinvigorate the old Call of Duties and have that backwards compatibility come in there. People will be interested in that. You know what I'm saying? And you pay for it at a subscription price. And we are completely like enveloped in subscriptions at this point. As much times as I want to take away Netflix and just say I'm done, is more times that they all of a sudden give me something that I want to watch.
Right.
And that is very interesting. I'll tell you that, like, and I'm a football fan.
That's
and
the
obviously
plan.
I'm a Chiefs fan. The quarterback, that the little docu-series or whatever is amazing. It's really good. I like it. If you're a football fan. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you are a fan of a certain thing, and that's what Game Pass has always done for us. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of people that say, hey, I didn't play that game. That's not a big deal. But then a month later, you have a game that you're like, oh, man, all right, I see you. Like, that might be Exo Primal for some people. That might be Hi-Fi Rush for some people. That might be whatever it may be. The only intriguing thought process is that first party will be in there. And that is something they are building their portfolio, and they have just accomplished this. And this is why Sony bent the knee, because they know it's coming. And you know what we're going to actually see? And this goes for the PlayStation gamer. You're actually going to see competition. Okay, because they're going to be competing for your dollar. I wouldn't doubt within the next 2 years, you see them start dropping games within a month that are brand new from PlayStation right into the service.
Well,
because
at the rate
they
it's
have
looking
no
now,
choice.
At the rate they're looking now, though, Crispy's just going to be eventual copies of remasters of The Last of Us.
2.
Dude, I saw that, and you know what? I gotta give some Sony fans. This is where I differentiate the fanboy, the hooved ones, from the actual Sony fan that actually called them out. And these are big YouTubers, and there's a few of them, just like one or two. It feels like you see, and you look at them and you say, okay, like at least you're being logical, like because I wouldn't be down for this. I want, a Gears Phoenix collection because I played those games and they are not the same, even with backwards compatibility. They are not. Okay. They are not on the same level as Gears 5. I don't care. And that's what my comparison is. You know what I'm saying? But you're talking about a game that just came out that
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
In the same, generation of both. That you're going to do that with because you're releasing it on PC. And what are you going to do? You're going to charge for like these small little minuscule things that probably backwards compatibility on Xbox already does. That is illogical. And it's also just a slap in the face to the consumer themselves. And I don't respect that. I'm sorry. I just don't. I can't stand for it. And as Microsoft has done certain things, I mean, if they raise the price of Game Pass Ultimate, hasn't happened to me yet. I'm just saying. But if they do, as people say, well, guess what? They're still under the price of the highest tier of PlayStation because, they did tiers for a reason. smoke and mirrors campaign type BS that they've been doing for years. But I mean, we're all, logical gamers. We've watched PlayStation nearly kill Nintendo, kill Sega. They basically, they've run rampant for years. It's time for somebody to step on their foot and say stop. And I expect, and I hope that Microsoft does that in their own way, and it might be out of the box sometimes, even in my opinion. But you know what? They continue on their laurels, and as long as they do, I'm going to stick with them until they don't. Maybe Phil leaves, somebody else has some other ideals, then I'm going to call them out, because I'm sick and tired of companies just running over people and just acting like we can charge whatever the hell we want. We can give you remakes whenever the hell we want. You know what? For once, I saw Xbox say, hey, we're not giving you a remake. Even though I wanted the Phoenix Collection, I was happy to see Clockwork Orange, Clockwork Revolution. I mean, really, it's kind of based off the same thing, but that's okay. You look at that and you say, okay, now you're thinking out of the box. Like we used to see from Sony in the PlayStation 3 days. Remember that? And I wasn't a PlayStation 3 player, but as I looked at those games and watched people play them, I say, this is out of the box. You know what I'm saying? And
you can almost say it's beyond the box, right?
I mean, beyond the box. I mean, I have to give respect on the name.
Not over the box?
It's beyond the box. Well, it could be over the box.
Not around the box?
It can't be below the box.
No, it's beyond.
Man in the box.
All right, I'm done.
Man in the box.
When we had to check myself before I wrecked myself. No.
Hey, but see, Spartan, I agree with Spartan. See, if they make a Last of Us 2, and I like The Last of Us 2, unlike a lot of gamers, I understood the story. I know a lot of people didn't get it. A lot of people were mad, but I understood Abby's point of view in that game as well. Because no matter how big of a hero you are not a hero to everybody. You're somebody's nemesis. You may be the hero to this group, but you're an enemy to this group. So I understood where Abby was coming from in that game. But do I want to buy a remake of it? No. I just finished it a couple of years ago. I'm good. Bring me a new Killzone. I would love to see a new Resistance.
Killzone had a good story. If you played 1 and 2, it had a good story, man. It really did.
I'd love to see a new Resistance. I would play the hell out of it.
Killzone 2's multiplayer was phenomenal.
Oh, dude, it was great. Back then, dude, it was one of the best. I'm going to be honest with you.
The Warzone game type was amazing.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know why they can't bring something like that back.
Calm.
Yeah.
It's SOCOM, bro.
Yeah,
SOCOM 4 got destroyed because the freaking servers went down for a whole month. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. How dare you not touch that? Especially in these times right now. Like, let's get some U.S. Navy SEALs back up in here. Let's do some, they got stealth, you got multiplayer, you got the whole spiel. Like, come on.
I'm telling you, this is full conspiracy theory. The writers and the actors guild shut down, so folks will have to play more video games that are third person over the shoulder, the cinematic video games. That's what's going down right now. But this is a mess. If you're going to go and pull back an old game, you need to go back older. I don't think The Last of Us 2 needs that right now. I don't think anybody is clamoring for that.
It already has a 60 patch on the BC version. So, like, what? Like,
yeah,
exactly.
There's
no need for.
I mean, it's still just a rumor, but I'm just like, it's like
a remaster of The Last of Us.
There's no way this better be $70 for starters. If it's
a remastered The Last of Us is just like buying GTA 5 for the 16th time because it has a new version and now it's the 5th anniversry and now
listen,
it's the
I only bought it
edition.
twice, okay?
Yeah.
And I didn't even have it, and it only cost me $13. What, 2 years ago when they did the
or like some of the people who are just the Nintendo fans, they'll buy the new version of whatever game even though they have it, or they'll buy 2 copies.
It's
so
not even upgraded. It's just a direct port.
It should be more like PC and
so
Xbox.
You can play it on your Switch.
Yeah, but it should be more like PC and Xbox where the upgrades are free.
Yeah, look at Gears of War 5. I mean, that came out last generation. And the only difference is that was 60 frames a second when it came out. But they went ahead and they added like some ray tracing stuff and all that for the
Yeah, Tears
Series
of the
X
Kingdom.
upgrade.
That's right.
Yeah.
Same
An
thing.
upgrade.
All right, Dread, let's get your thoughts.
Well,
It's going to take a while, folks. If you need a beer, go grab one. Go ahead.
yeah.
Or 3.
Build one up. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, go grab
All
a
right,
beer.
good thought,
Go
Dread. All
grab a
right.
beer. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Tempest. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No. So no, it's just I don't know. It's the hypocrisy within the communities, and flip-floppers and all of this. You want Xbox to do better because they're not doing so good, and it was a joke, and now that it's not a joke, they're crying and shutting down their stuff, their Twitter and whatever. I I don't care. It's stupid. People, it's just attention. That's all it is. And unfortunately, we're giving them the attention. That's why I'm not talking about who's doing what, but just go out there and enjoy the games, be fun, just have fun with it, And obviously there's a problem with 30 frames per second for a lot of people, but yet we watch TV at 24 frames per second. So I understand, the interaction, because now you're not just sitting there, you're actually trying to do stuff. That maybe that's why there's a disconnect, that things happen. But to do a remastered, push stuff out like that, like I said before, it should be free. It shouldn't be a remaster. It should just be a free HD upgrade. It's like that on PC. Xbox has been doing it for recently. Anything old that has old tank controls, the old stuff from 360 on back, upgrade those, bring those up to today's quality of life, bring that stuff forward, and let's just move on. I don't know. I mean, I think people just enjoy bitching more than they enjoy playing a game.
Oh, I agree with that one.
If they play games to begin with. Who
Dude, all I
knows?
know is all weekend. That's all I
Well-
saw pop in my head was the title screen. What's Twitter? What is Twitter offended by? This week.
Yeah, when we played that already, you missed
Yeah,
it.
but that's what I'm saying. All weekend, that's all that every time I looked on Twitter, I was like, nope, there's that screen again.
Well, there's a certain individual that's all over Twitter, and he's always, simping for some of these games. He didn't realize he was on my friends list on my PS5. So one afternoon, I just got curious. I clicked over on his profile, and he had never played Ghost of Tsushima. But he talked like he had. He had never played Horizon Zero Dawn. Ever. But he acted like he had. And I'm sitting back going, dude, you talk all this trash, and you've never even played any of these games. And
You
after
watched it
that,
on
he got
YouTube.
mad. He got mad and he took me off his friends list.
Oh man, no way.
And then he locked his profile. But I was like, dude, you're gonna sit here and talk all this trash online, but you're not even playing these games. So
See, and that's the game that they're playing. Twitter.
it just amazes me. Not really. It's kind of sad because they're grown ass dudes, man. That's the bad part.
It's true. Like they're adults who probably like make money and have jobs and
Well,
we
one
hope.
of them
We hope.
one of them recently is going through a divorce, and now I understand why.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't understand how these wives support these man childs, online like this. And now we know
Because
why.
he's got to be a real joy in real life.
Yeah,
Jeez.
a manipulator on top of that, and so you got to imagine what he's like at home.
I don't want to. But it just amazes the hell out of me, dude. I mean, these are grown ass men. And then the funnier part was, a couple of days ago, this one dumbass is saying people are getting paid by Xbox to make videos and to be on YouTube.
I definitely hadn't seen any money. I wish I did.
No, I gave the money back. You guys didn't hear about that? I gave the money back. I said I want ABK stocks and Microsoft stocks. That's what I would live.
I mean, it's funny, and like I saw, and I'm going to go ahead and say his name, Red Dragon. I blocked this a-hole a while ago, and when my account got banned and I went to my new account on Twitter, I made sure to block him again right away. But luckily, since he doesn't have me blocked, I have him blocked. I can still read his stuff if I choose. And I saw he had put up a thing saying, well, won't be long now. They've ruined Fable. They've ruined, this game. They've ruined that game. Won't be long till they ruin Call of Duty. Like, dude, just give it up. You were wrong. He's been sitting
that's
for
okay.
months saying this deal's never going to happen. It happened. It's over. Admit you were wrong. Admit you were an idiot and move on about your day. I don't understand the constant need like these guys do. It's like this weird, crazy obsession. You remember the meme with the crazy girl that used to be in the memes?
Yeah.
That's what these guys remind me of. It's like they have to try to find something to twist.
Overly obsessed girlfriend or something.
Yes, that's exactly the one.
Oh, with the wide eyes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and dude, it's just, that's what they remind me of.
Scary smile. The very scary smile.
Yeah, it's creepy, dude.
yeah.
That's what these guys are like. And I can imagine in the real world, there's probably like somebody got restraining orders on these fuckers. There is. But it's just so strange to me and foreign. I mean, I don't understand the point of you doing this constantly.
Uh-huh.
I mean, just admit you were wrong and go play a game or two or maybe 3.
There's nothing wrong with admitting that you screwed up or you were wrong about something.
Taking the L.
Yeah, just there's nothing wrong with owning up to, oh, well, I was wrong.
Right.
And then one of my personal favorites, Salty, who just deleted his entire account.
No, I checked that when we started talking about this. He's back. He's back.
But then he came back trying to downplay.
During the appeal. Yeah, he came back during the appeal.
Yeah, he tried to downplay it. Well, I didn't say that. And people are reposting to him, his comments.
Hand him the L.
It's like, really, dude? I mean,
stop interacting.
Blah, blah, blah.
But here's the catch. Quit giving them the attention they're craving, and they'll go away. It's pretty simple. Don't repost it. And I know that's hard because we got a lot of these dudes, that they've not been in the gaming community very long. So they'll, oh man, this is my chance to get noticed. So they'll repost it or quote tweet it. And that's what these guys want. And that's what they're craving. So that's why they do it.
Yep.
And I really hope.
I get irritated when you'll see some account that has like 12 followers will retweet something and then people get all pissed off and then start retweeting. It's like, why?
Yep.
Why? Who is it? What is this account? He doesn't even have a profile picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably a damn troll account.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and they're troll accounts.
I mean, this isn't even video game related. It could be anything related. Why? Stop. You don't have to retweet something and get your thoughts in. Just block and keep scrolling.
Yeah, block and move on.
I do that a lot these days. My timeline's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh God, and don't even get me started on Dreamcast guy.
Oh God, Lord have mercy on my soul.
Dude, if they're well, I'm sorry, I would say there's a bigger idiot in the community, but there is. There's a couple that are much worse than he is.
There's always a bigger.
Yeah, you're never the best at something. There's always someone better.
Yeah, there's
the
always
Red Dragon hasn't done very good for himself. I'm just saying. MBG.
Yeah, the social media pedophile JTech.
Oh God.
Tweeted out today that he's not going to buy COD again and give Xbox any money. Wow. I'm going to say they're probably happy about that. Just don't send dick pics to anybody, and they'll be good with you, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of that too? I don't get the whole point of sending dick pics to devs just so you can get.
That's his way to boycott.
He was sending the little kids.
To devs. The 2 words too many.
Fuzzy. All right, so let's go to Tempest. Tempest, what is your thoughts on this whole deal, dude?
So, as a huge Xbox fan, I don't know how else to say it other than I think it's fantastic news. Obviously, Xbox fan, they just got ABK, but the thing is I can back up my excitement by just how much I actually play Blizzard games and have played Blizzard games for the better portion of my life, honestly. And watching the kind of, sad to admit it, but steady decline of Blizzard themselves. And it really happened when they got bought by Activision. I mean, they had like their own glory day back in the day. And so seeing this move, I mean, it might be pie in the sky, it might not happen, but I only hope that it gives them more of a budget to work with on certain games. Because like right now, don't know if you've heard the news, but like Overwatch, I'm a huge Overwatch player, and they had the whole reason Overwatch 2 was a thing was for this PvE mode. You could almost liken it to like what Exoprimal is that just came out, or to like even Diablo, that style of game. Tons of loot popping out of enemies, replayable missions, yada yada. Completely got scrapped. Completely. So like people are left wondering like, why the hell is there an Overwatch 2? You could have just did everything you did PvP side and just put it into Overwatch 1. That kind of thing. I'm hoping that's the kind of thing that might get fixed. So if they do that in the future, like Halo right now has a whole nother studio making that Project Tatanka or whatever it is, probably the BR mode, and they're not pulling from the main studio to try to update that game. Hoping something like that happens, with Blizzard, they get the help they need. And also just Call of Duty. I think I've played just about, most of the Call of Duties. I skipped Cold War and the one after that. I can't even remember what the heck the name was, but and then I tried this latest one.
Vanguard.
Vanguard, there you go. I tried this latest one, and dude, when I say the graphics and the animation system and all that is impressive, it is a work of art. It really is. It's fantastic. But everything else behind that, they keep pushing for this casual mindset to the game, and I think it's slowly starting to actually do long-term damage to the game. But the reason they do that is because they're owned by Activision, and the most valuable thing to Activision is just money, 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 and it's transformed their games to the point where I think they're suffering from it. So if they could just get back a little bit back more to the basics by being owned by Microsoft. And I don't think it's pie in the sky because they've done that with other franchises. Like look at Minecraft, how well that's doing. I mean, they bought that, didn't ruin it, and that's like what, the biggest game on the planet? I mean, honestly, is there anything else bigger than it? I mean, maybe Roblox, or I don't even know if that's bigger than
Fortnite, maybe.
Fortnite, maybe, yeah. So Microsoft have proved that they can handle a super huge franchise like that and let it grow and prosper. So I think it's a good thing for Activision. There's the human element of it too. Hopefully that will improve under new leadership. But just think about the amount of characters. They literally have Sony's old mascot in their brand now. Crash Bandicoot.
Crash.
That is literally theirs now. Like how insane is that? I mean, they just have so much. And for me, like I said, I know I'm cutting myself off here, but I don't know if this means anything to you guys, but just imagine World of Warcraft. Yeah, the game's pushing 20, or it is 20 now. But just think of World of Warcraft on a console for the first time. If they redo it and they map it right, and they can do it too, because there's already mods doing it successfully on PC. World of Warcraft, that world, out of nowhere, for millions of people to play for the first time. I'm telling you right now, this is pure genius on their part, because all Microsoft wants, all they want is Game Pass subscriptions. You put the subscription to World of Warcraft and tie it into Game Pass, everybody currently paying a sub for World of Warcraft will now have a Game Pass subscription, whether they like it or not. And they would end up having so many more people. All these other games, exactly.
So
WoW, it's just a win-win.
WoW has a monthly sub to start with, right?
Yes, it's $14.99.
Yeah,
it's been that way since
$15.
2004. Yep.
So there's not a chance that, since we all know that money talks, there's not a hope in hell that sub goes away just because someone has a Game Pass sub.
Yeah, I mean, they
Hell
may,
no.
but I don't think they would cancel
that would be a mic drop. I'm with Tempest. I think that's a good idea.
I think
it's a good idea
because they have PC.
It's a
Game
good idea
Pass.
for
It's the
people
only
like us who
reason.
don't want to pay more money, but for a major corporation to just piss away millions of subs at $15 a month,
let's be honest real quick. They would have given PlayStation the same contract they gave before and added the 10 years involved, because
I'll just say, if that happens, I'll be job will drop.
At this point, my point of view on it is, what do they have to lose? It's $15 right now, at least for Game Pass Ultimate. It's $15 to subscribe to World of Warcraft. The people that don't subscribe to Game Pass and just spend all their time playing World of Warcraft anyways, because let's be honest, if you play World of Warcraft, there's a good chance you don't play too much else. They're just going to be wrapped up into Game Pass, and then they're an active paying user for Game Pass. And, if they happen to play something else in the service, spend money on microtransactions on those games, yada, yada, yada. I just think it's a massive kickback.
No, I see your
I am
point.
with you, bro.
My counter argument
But-
to that is people who only play World of Warcraft only play World of Warcraft. There's none of this.
And
I
They don't
only
pay
play
anything.
Gears till Gears or Mortal Kombat till Starfield comes out, and then I'm just
That's different.
I'm giving his point of view. Like, dude,
I
like
know.
I'm
I'm
telling you.
countering. That's all. There are people
No,
who
I
only
just,
play one
you know,
game and only play one game. It doesn't
until
matter.
you find
It
out
does-
about
no,
another.
they're not until it doesn't matter if you shove 1,000 games in their face. They'll be like, I don't care. I only play one game. I've only played one game for 20 years, and I'm only going to play one game for 20 years.
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
so
what
it costs
you
the
give me.
same, and you have the other games. Is it
But it doesn't
possible
matter.
that you might dabble into those other games?
here's
No.
here's the clear reason why too. They say ABK, this deal has to be profitable in a certain amount of time. Why take away that $15 right now? This was
Yeah.
something you would roll in
That
later
was for
on.
Call of Duty. Unfortunately, Sony effed around and found out. And now they will drop the bag on whatever they have to.
No, but I'm
because
just
Sony
saying they even
screwed
said
around.
it to the judge. They even told the judge, no, we are buying ABK to turn it around a profit, and we don't expect to wait 2-3 years for that profit to happen. So why get rid of that $15 right now? That would probably be something that I'd say is later on down the road. Just like gold, we're still waiting for gold to go away. I personally think gold won't go away
They
until
would
they hit
stagger
50
it and
million.
put it on PC. I'm telling you, they would just be like PC Game Pass. You can have World of Warcraft. They've been doing it for a while. They've been releasing games on certain platforms on certain times. I mean,
Now-
Gears Tactics,
but
we didn't
PC
have Gears Tactics. We didn't have on the console for a whole year, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just saying they could stagger it.
Yeah, but
And-
I can
PC
see them
Game
maybe.
Pass is $10. So either they're gonna charge more or they're gonna lose. So unless they include it into Ultimate, that's the only way.
See,
No,
I'm kind of with Dread. I could see them maybe if you're new to the service, maybe
Yeah.
giving you World of Warcraft thrown in if you're new, but I don't see them doing it right off the jump.
I spend most of my gaming time. It's rare that I don't spend more time in a game like an MMO or just MMO games, period, than I do other genres. That's my jam. That's my thing. And my wife and I can sit there and morning till night, outside of taking care of our kids, we'll be playing an MMO. We're playing one right now, Black Desert. That's a whole nother ball game. But so World of Warcraft, the thing about that is there is something in there called a WoW token. WoW token you can buy with real money and you turn it into in-game gold. That's just one use for it, but there's that, and there's tons of microtransactions as far as mounts, skins, you name it. There's all kinds of services that you can pay for in there. I venture to say, with such a massive influx of users checking out the game for the first time, especially on console, they would just their user count would explode. And once you're in a game like World of Warcraft, and that is all you play, take it from me, man. It is so easy to open up the wallet for a game like that than a lot of other games. You know what I'm saying?
My brother was addicted
Call of
to
Duty.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Well, yeah,
dude
Call of
went on
Duty does it too, but-
vacation. His wife would not let him take a laptop.
Yeah.
When they got to Florida,
He bought one.
he went and bought a laptop and another copy so he could play from the motel.
Yep.
That's bad.
and
That's
she
bad.
definitely
that's
called him
pretty
a
bad,
dick.
but- Yeah,
That's how you get divorced, man. That's how
Oh
you
well,
get-
yeah, they did get divorced eventually. Yeah.
Oh my god! I wonder why. Well, see, okay, so it's a hypothetical, on my part bringing that up, but my point is there's options, right? And with Xbox buying them, which is mostly thought of as a console gaming company, they are really breaking into PC and doing it, better. But some of the franchises that just console only players, whether you're an old Sony player, an old Nintendo player, or Xbox player from previous consoles, they just don't know. Like StarCraft, in my opinion, I still think StarCraft 2 is like the best RTS game ever made, only matched by Age of Empires 2. Like, that's my opinion. I just think it's brilliant. They could port that, they could resurrect that that series. I would love to see them give the funding to somebody to finally make StarCraft Ghost and actually make it a real game. That would be your, COGS just one right there, action adventure game. I don't know. They said all the characters from Overwatch. If you play Overwatch, you play it because the characters are phenomenal. Xbox is going to own all that now. So I just think overall it's a win-win. And that's, APK wasn't even my first choice on who I would want Xbox to own. But now that they're getting them, it's just, if you're an Xbox gamer, it is just if you're an indie gamer, it's a win-win, because so many of these games are going to be available on Game Pass. It's like, how can you hate on that? That's my take anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Penn was right about that. If you're stuck with WoW,
Wilmy, hear that? I was right.
No, you're partially right. Don't take the whole credit.
It doesn't happen often. I'm putting it in my
WoW
phone
players
now, dude.
only play WoW.
Write it
Now,
down.
having the option to play other games is not an interest for them. But that's where also Tempest is right too. Is the fact that if you're already playing that style of game, you may be open to playing other style of games similar to that. So it's one of those flip of a coins that until you know the percentages of where the numbers are, you don't know which way they would lean as to whether or not to include it. And like I said before, the money, it's right in the middle, because PC Game Pass is 10, Ultimate is now 17. Are they going to say, okay, well, now we're going to give you this, but we're going to charge you $2? You know how many people are going to get pissed off?
Yeah, but that's the thing that people ignore. I just want to bring this up.
Does PC Game Pass that
Ultimate includes PC Game Pass? A lot of people don't realize this.
But PC Game Pass Gold is irrelevant for that because it's PC and PC Online is free.
They're
right?
Gold isn't. They have to.
Gold is not PC. Gold is only for console.
Yeah, that's
PC Game Pass is only for PC. Ultimate is for both.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, hey guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to step in again. This whole dilemma I'm having with the WoW subscription thing, double dip. Keep the subscription available to somebody that goes to worldofwarcraft.com. Keep it $14.99, and just if you have Game Pass PC, you just get access to the game. So both people are happy. And that's screw around with the veteran WoW players, and then new players. You'll get millions of new people flooding.
That's why you don't take away the money.
Right.
That's why you don't take it away.
That's why you don't take it away. Just include these things into services. Right. And then eventually you could transition people from one to the other, just like Gold. We keep on talking about, for the most part, Gold is useless. But eventually they're going to have to transition. But there's too many people on Gold for them to just transition them out of there. So what do you do? Where do you force them? Do you force them? Before it was the fight was $5 more. Do you force them into that? No, they're going to leave completely. Now it's $7 more. So that's a harder pill to swallow.
Yeah.
So again, it's until the percentages match up with where the loss is justified, where you can just live with it and be like, all right, fine, I'll lose so many million of dollars for not coming in because the potential of this percentage would just bail. That's that's the other stuff we don't know. That's the problem. We're playing again. We're playing corporation, and we're not that corporation. We don't know their numbers. We don't see what they see. So that's the hard
Twitter would lead me to believe otherwise.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm the expert. I forgot. I'm an expert.
I just gotta say this. I just gotta say this is the amount that these free-to-play games have been successful, and they've used microtransactions as their actual median income is interesting. And the only differentiate to Game Pass is that they use it, but it seems to be a little bit cheaper when you actually look at the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So you get early access a couple days before you pay the premium. You buy the game, basically. You actually just buy the game. And you get the early. If you're into that game, like
Gears.
I might do that with Gear 6. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
like,
But you don't have
You know,
to if you have Game Pass
but
Ultimate, because those you
I
already
did,
get early
I
access.
did that with Gears 5. I didn't
Mhm.
have a bunch of money I could just throw at something. And like I waited, like I got steel skins, I got all these things that people paid for. I got them for nothing. Dude, I have so many like character variations now. But it was so much easier in Gears 4, and that's where I will call them out. And I'm bringing Gears because that's what I play. You know what I'm saying? Like I play Gears, I play MK.
I look at your profile pic and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah,
man.
we'll never guess that
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? But I also gave them shit when a lot of people didn't, by the way. Just want to let you know. You can go
I know
look
you
back.
Yeah,
I
I
gave them
remember.
a lot of shit. And the one thing I'll say is they have adapted. And I feel like because Sony, like, dude, like I used to love Sony. Like, dude, SOCOM, like even Mag, dude. I played that game even though it was a shit
I did
show.
too.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. That is what Battlefield became.
Mag
And
was fun.
unfortunately, they didn't execute it correctly. You know what I'm saying? But Mag was before their time, and Mag was like on that level. And when it played good, which was on a 56K modem for me, I'm just saying for me, it was extremely difficult at times because the latency, like people talk about latency, go back then, bro.
Yeah, dude,
Trust
it
me.
was bad.
So what I'm saying is, it's like that's where I'm getting frustrated with Sony because I used to be a huge fan. Like after they killed Sega, which it took me years to realize that they killed Sega, but even an article came out like a few weeks ago that basically they told Sega to become a third party publisher. And I was like, say what? What you talking about? Like Dreamcast was pretty damn good. It was ahead of its time. But unfortunately,
Not
it was
Dreamcast
too
guy,
far.
just Dreamcast the console.
Yo, Dreamcast guy, dude, I would
We don't say
absolutely
that name
murder
here.
that man with words.
And don't ask
Oh,
me if you was
thank
fake either.
you.
I
We were
just
about to
wanna
get
say-
banned. We were about to get banned.
You can't get, dude. They only look at the first 15 minutes. Did you know that?
Do I
No,
know?
they
that?
don't.
I
I
didn't
wouldn't
drop.
trust
I
it.
didn't drop an F bomb.
Oh, dude, I
didn't say
drop fucking
nothing.
F-bombs all the time. It's fucking okay. It's all right.
We can
just
fucking
telling
swear.
you.
Are you kidding me?
That's
Yeah.
not a swear.
No shit.
Shit.
You
I
can
know.
swear, just
I know.
you can't show a nipple.
Well, it's a good thing my camera's off.
Well,
Cause
apparently you can on Twitter.
And then some.
Wilmy
Yeah.
knows. It's okay.
Yeah.
What would you send him?
oh, come on.
Little Peniac. Let's get
Yeah.
your thoughts on it.
Okay. So my muted words list on Twitter for probably the last since it was
18
announced has included Activision Blizzard, ABK, etc., etc. Not because it's just such an irrelevant topic to me personally. I don't care. And the amount of shit that was on Twitter for 2 days before I decided to mute all that is it's garbage. So that's been muted for me for a year and a half. Today I was actually out at a friend's cottage where there's no service at all. Forget Wi-Fi, no service. So my phone was basically a brick. And I was there from like 10 till 5 today. So I didn't hear anything until I got home and looked and saw a few posts, vague posts. I was like, okay, what's going on here? So when I looked, I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. It affects me. It doesn't. Look at my trophies. Look at my achievements. I played Diablo 4. You guys know that. Call of Duty, I'll give it a try. Maybe if it's in PS Plus and I haven't decided to play a game that I want to play yet, and sure, maybe I'll download it. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. I don't fucking care. If the game comes out that I want to play, I'll go buy another Xbox. Otherwise,
I'm sipping this salt right now.
Otherwise, like
Appreciate it.
whatever, man. No, man. Go look at my trophies. I've got nothing there to be mad about.
Well, why is everything about trophies and achievements, dude? Like
It's
you,
not
you play what you want to play.
No,
You
yeah,
play what
exactly.
you wanna
And you
play,
can
let's
go
be
on.
honest.
You can
Like,
go on
come
my list, and you can count the amount of Blizzard Activision games on one finger, probably.
On one finger.
So
I have
it's
like 0.
Oh well.
The last, probably like the last.
Dang, the
actually
next Activision
significant-
game is only going to be an Xbox. Okay, what is it?
Like, dude, I want to see them revive Pitfall. That's what I want to see.
You know what I want to see though? Come to think of it, I'm seeing all these tweets. People saying, "Oh, well, I get this game, I get that game." That's great, but you know, nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
Oof, Lord.
And we all know sometimes nostalgia doesn't exactly work because we have fonder memories of some of these
That's
games
Guitar Hero for Activision.
than they were actually good. Some of these games really weren't that
Guitar
great.
Hero, Band Hero.
I always, people
why-
always get pissed off when they announce like the PS Premium stuff, and there's no like PS
Rock
games.
Band
It's
was
like,
actually
why do you want those
Xbox.
games?
Rock Band was better.
I like both.
I played both.
No, when
Me too.
Guitar Hero
I-
had Guitar
I
Hero
thought
had
Rock
better
Band was
hardware.
better 'cause I
Rock
could
Band was
actually just
better as a
sing.
game.
I thought I could, 'cause I
Guitar
could actually
Hero-
sing, but
yeah, but Guitar Hero had notes that you had to play that weren't notes anywhere. They weren't actual notes, but yet you had to play the note.
That
The
is
song
true.
did, there was notes that weren't in the song that you had to play.
Well, they do still make Rocksmith.
Yes,
well, it is a game,
Mhm.
Dread. I'm just
Mm.
saying it
I
is.
know, but
Ubisoft.
if you're gonna,
Ooh, yeah.
I mean,
but
if
yeah,
you're
I mean,
if you're playing to music, then why am I strumming to a chord that doesn't belong
I'm
there?
sad too.
Just saying. That's why I like Rock Band.
I love you,
More
buddy,
authentic.
but I mean, come on, it is a game. Like, come on,
Well,
I know
chances
it is a
are you're not
game, but-
gonna. Chances are you're not gonna see.
you
any
got
of
to
those.
want to play it. You got to strum the chords, and unfortunately,
coming
some
from
of them.
being a musician, I understand exactly what he means. I've played drums on there trying to play the actual song, and it's like those notes are nowhere on the screen.
Correct.
Um,
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hook up your electric drums and play it? I had a buddy who had electric drums because that's
I'm
what
really
he
just
did,
being
and
a dick.
he
It's okay.
yeah, he hooked it up and he was playing it for sure.
yeah,
But whatever.
but
But when you play, it throws you off.
Oh yeah,
When
if you're a guitar
when you
player and you
catch
go
it.
play Guitar Hero, don't
Well, it's not
expect
just-
it to be real.
Yeah, well, everything, the drums, like
drum space, yeah, it'll
everything,
throw you
everything
off.
was.
The
like-
microphone is pretty accurate though. So if you suck
Yeah.
at singing, you're gonna fail that shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, I've seen people suck
Yeah.
at singing and
You put it
do
on
better
easy
than
where it
actual
doesn't count.
singers.
Where it doesn't count.
Just
No,
hum,
I'm just-
just hum.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
It makes it a lot easier. Just hum.
I've
the
seen
notes.
It's
people that-
interactive, though. I mean, let's be honest. Like, we miss that stuff a little
But
bit.
I've seen actual.
I'll be honest,
singers-
man. Like the
tank.
glory days of Guitar Hero and Rock Band, those were some fun ass parties.
Dude,
Oh, yeah,
like,
we-
yes,
we would have-
exactly.
They were.
We
fun
would have
part- I'm
some
not
huge
complaining about
parties.
that. Yeah, I'm not complaining about that part. I'm just saying it needs to be more authentic because we had Rock Band parties. I've said this before. I've had my
But we
neighbor
do have the
across the street come up to the
technology now.
mailbox, and we're like, "Oh my God, are we too loud?" Because I hooked up all my DJ gear to the TV, and we're like jamming out like a freaking concert. And and I go to my neighbor. I'm like, "I'm so sorry. If it's too loud, we'll turn it down. We're just having,
He's like,
He's
no, I
like,
like
no.
your playlist, man.
No, he's like, no, turn it up so I can go back to my porch and listen. You guys are playing great.
Concert.
He's like, I love this stuff.
I thought you were going to
Mhm.
say porn.
And you live in Florida, dude. Come on now. I'm finding this hard to believe.
No, that's serious.
Because that dude next door to you was about 90 years old.
No,
he was
no,
old
not next
and
door, across
crotchety.
the street.
And he was open
Same difference.
carrying.
I do believe you started out up here.
Open
I'm
eyes,
just saying.
concealed carrying, because you can probably
Yeah.
do that in Florida, right? whatever. No, I'm just glad it's fucking over because there's just so much garbage on Twitter about both sides going back and forth, and I don't care. And it's
And see, but my thing
Yeah,
is, I want
don't
new
care.
games out of all this.
I would love,
Right.
yeah.
I don't want to see a bunch of old games. That's not the point. I want to see new IPs. I want to see new ideas. And don't get me wrong, I love Rock Band. I love Guitar Hero.
They don't jive with this.
They're not
point in
going to. They're
time.
not going to.
They don't.
Yeah, they're not.
They're
gonna do
old
those.
enough, though. I'm just
No,
saying, like
nobody
things,
wants to buy $300 of peripherals right
the
now.
problem is
new music. I don't
What
know,
new music?
dude.
Tell me some new music doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift, like you have that on
What?
there. Like we didn't have that.
You'd be
I don't
better
know
off
if
doing
Taylor
DJ
Swift-
Hero.
I'm not talking about us.
yeah,
Oh
bring
my
DJ Hero
God.
back. I still got the 2 turntables.
Yeah, DJ Hero.
Two,
would be
you had
better.
two?
I would,
Yeah, I got two
I
of
would
them.
rather soak my hand in glue and covered in busted glass and masturbate. with
I
it than to
I
listen to a
even
Taylor
have the
Swift song.
guitar.
Man, that's extreme. Holy shit. She's not that bad.
Really, you like
Oh,
fucking
God.
Nickelback. So I mean, what are we
There's
getting?
Peniac. Oh god.
Well, that's
Yeah, but-
fucked
Listen,
up.
I have a wife and 2 daughters. I hear some Taylor
Yeah.
Swift
Old
from time to
Nickelback
time.
wasn't bad.
I
It's
got a
new
wife. I
Nickelback
got
is
2
just
daughters.
Like, you know,
I have a wife and a
Andy Money.
daughter. Oh no. It's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
But yeah, I'm not
Although-
listening to that shit.
Although my
That
my
new
daughter
song
started.
Karma is horrible. It makes no sense. It's horrible.
It's a pop
because
song,
she went
dude.
pop.
They
She
never
used to be
made
it.
country.
My daughter had a
She's had a
flashback.
meaning to her where it's now all she cares about is making money.
Yeah, my daughter had a
Who
flashback
knew?
to music. She went back to the Macarena and she's been playing that like.
Wait, people
nonstop.
like making money? What?
Yeah, you
Really?
think, right?
No.
I don't
And
know,
no
man.
discredit, I do not like Barry
I'm just
Manilow, but
saying.
I would still pick that over some of the other music I've been hearing.
Good.
I-
We could
Yeah,
listen
give
to
me some
Frank
Ozzy any
Sinatra or
day.
something. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you want to do that?
Ozzy, Offspring, Metallica, Megadeth.
That's why I like Rock Band. It
Okay,
had all that
Offspring.
stuff.
Offspring could make a
Mhm.
comeback, but they can't now. They're too old.
The Guitar Hero
No,
had
they're
their,
not.
had their own
Yeah,
Metallica
they are.
release.
Yeah.
They don't even want to be together. Come on, dude.
Well, that's
Talk about
that's what
Meatloaf. I don't know about Meatloaf, Adam.
I would do anything for love.
But-
Yeah, his songs are way too long.
Since I'm done talking about this,
You might as well
fucking deal.
talk about old dirty bastard.
Wilmy,
Like, come
how
on.
do you feel about Lena Khan and her nose?
That's a huge nose, dude.
You already said that.
It always
You know,
knows.
if she walked outside and it was raining and she looked up, she would drown.
No, you know, the funny thing is, she would find the box of Fruit Loops.
That was good.
Oh, follow my nose.
You guys
Wow.
finally caught on to that, didn't you?
I caught on that.
You got to be quick, fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, I think she was an embarrassment to herself.
Most
We
definitely.
shall
Really?
call her
Most
the
definitely.
nose.
Wouldn't know. I didn't read anything about it. I didn't watch anything about it.
Well, you know what? I
The
wouldn't have had either.
schnoz.
I just saw people joking about it and showing clips. And The Verge, he kept posting clips about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to click on this, see what it's about. And just to listen to her, dude, I mean, the Congress, they were all up in this girl's face.
They eviscerated her. God.
Oh, man, it was brutal,
bad.
dude. And everything was like, it was the staff. It was the staff. It was the staff. It was the staff. You know what it reminded me of? That episode of Dave Chappelle where he's in court. I plead the fifth. You know, I mean, that's kind of what it reminded me of was Dave Chappelle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it reminded me of was Dave Chappelle. But I mean, she blamed everybody except herself. And when they asked her about one deposition she filed, I don't recall that. And he goes, "Oh, really? You just filed it this morning?"
Yeah.
I'm like, really? You forgot already, lady? But
And her license is expired to be a lawyer.
yeah,
'cause
if she even had one.
She didn't pay her schooling.
It's
Yeah.
like,
And let somebody on this panel go tomorrow and in person.
Do you have to be a lawyer to be the head of the FTC?
No,
You're
you
supposed to.
don't.
I don't
But
know.
she said she was counseled to
Oh.
How about
Congress
the
and
book?
stuff and the FTC. She can't call herself counsel if she's not an
Ah,
active lawyer with an active license. So that's why they were jumping her, because you're basically almost impersonating.
So
'cause you're
tomorrow,
not-
I'm going to open up Wilmy Hood, attorney at law.
how,
And I'm
how
not
about,
going to go get a license, and I want to see how long it takes them to arrest me.
how about her well, I forgot what it was. It was like a book or thesis or something like that, where Amazon is charging too little for their products. She's fighting that Amazon is charging too little. Are you kidding me? You want to increase prices? It's bad enough that everything else is increasing. Why would you want to do stuff like that? That doesn't make sense.
We talked about this on Boom Show Friday, and I'm a firm believer. Miss Khan, I know chances of you listening to this show is slim to none. But if you want to fight something, how about some of these other companies like internet providers, electrical companies, gas
Oil companies, yeah.
Yeah. I'm really tired of
Telecom.
paying. I'm tired of paying $4 a gallon for gasoline.
Yeah, fight McDonald's. Let's get those 99-cent burgers back.
Fuck
I'm kidding.
McDonald's.
I'm kidding.
How about the power companies?
Mhm.
Here I have Duke Energy. Dude, they raise our electric bills like twice a year.
Yes, they do.
And all the
And
service
it just
charges.
keeps going up.
And here's the beauty with Duke down here. They were given money to open up another plant, and instead of putting that money to that, they said, you know what, we changed
We're
our
just going to
minds.
keep it.
And then keep it instead of giving it back to the people that they used as a fundraiser out of our payments that they had to we had to pay extra for. And it's like, okay, so where's that money?
Matter of fact, I'll give you a better example. And you can look this up on Google if you don't believe me. Here in my
Great
area
state.
in Wilmington, North Carolina, we were poisoned by the DuPont factory. I'm sure everybody's heard of DuPont.
Mhm.
They make paint and all kinds of other handy stuff. They've been
They
dumping
won't.
shit in our water supply since the 80s. It's called Gen X, which is ironic, I thought. But this shit is killing people. And how about maybe you take DuPont? Why don't you do something with those guys? Because they're supposed to be donating all this money to fix our water. It hasn't happened yet.
You need Aaron Brockovich.
And they apparently, but
She's a lawyer. I think.
She's
yeah,
real
I know
too.
who she is. Julia Roberts just played her in the movie.
That's
But,
right.
how about some of this shit going on? Why don't you champion against some of that? But no, you're worried about Microsoft and Christmas skins for Call of Duty. What a fucking dumbass.
And we
Oh,
can't have
Battlefield had the Santa skin, and everyone raged about it and took it. They took it out. It was like, why? Why? Who cares?
Because Santa's not real. That's why.
what? No, you
Some of
shut
the
up.
shit that people do in Battlefield is real.
But they have an Easter Bunny costume in Call of Duty as well, though. They still have that one.
Oh, I got some pictures of some Easter bunnies.
Oh, they have the boys skins in Call of Duty now.
Yeah.
Some people are losing their fucking mind. It's like because Starlight is a girl and she has a skirt and a cape and she's a
Well, you
skin in
can
Call
see
of
her
Duty.
from a mile away in that outfit. You could
Yeah.
you can because it's just flowing in the
Yeah,
wind.
Scrubs
It's
is
easy
like
to
you
pick
all
her
can
up.
be Starlight if you want. That white uniform shows up real good in my
Yeah.
sniper scope, right?
But what I will say as a person who plays Call of Duty all the freaking time, this is the main reason why Sony was fighting it. Okay. When you buy a Call of Duty game, especially if you're a person who is a big time Call of Duty player, you're going to buy the $100. That's going to give you the skips. It's going to give you the early access. It's going to give you the beta. Okay. If Microsoft now has the marketing rights and owns that game, you're going to get the beta first.
Yep.
They stay on that, which has been for the last since they got marketing rights, been PlayStation. Also, people spend tons of money, just like Fortnite skins, Call of Duty skins, people pay that. Plus, you got to think, let's say if you play base $70 game, that's $70. Every time there's a new season, it's $10 to $20. There's usually 5 to sometimes 6 seasons in a total year. That's an extra $60, $70. So now if you pay base price, that's $140. Every time you buy one of those skins, those big time skins, that's $20 a pop. If you buy a weapon skin, that's $10. If you want to get more tokens, it's minimum you've got to pay is like $2, $5, whatever, to skip through the battle pass. PlayStation and Sony does not want to lose that money. All Jim Ryan had to do was sign the deal. The problem is he wanted to fight it to see if he wanted to destroy it. Now you've got a lot of bad press, just makes you look bad, and Xbox still has it. it's a big time gamble. I know, as being the head, you got to do the best for your company, but I think they just miscalculated this big time.
They thought they were going to roll over like Sega did.
Exactly. And they've been used to doing that, so they're just going to keep doing that. I'm glad Xbox this happens, and hopefully now that you have Xbox having Activision, you can take some of those studios, you can hire more people for maybe one studio, and you just think of all those support studios that are under Activision just to make Call of Duty. What if they want to make another game? What if they want to do this or that, or make an RPG, or make a this? Kind of like the same thing you have with Turn 10 and Playground. Now Playground's making Fable. There's just a big opportunity that can be there, and I'm kind of glad that. And then number one, get rid of Bobby Kotick and all the crap that's going with him. Let him
Bobby
have
Kotick.
let him have his golden parachute and get him the hell out of there.
Actually, I say give him an iron parachute and let him
Yeah,
out.
I was gonna say, too bad we couldn't shoot holes in his parachute.
And some concrete Nikes while he's at it.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
that might be a little extreme. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry.
That's not extreme.
What? No, nobody said he had to go.
Canadians
Make sure he
already
lands in a pool
apologize.
full of alligators.
Yeah.
I have a question for y'all. Do you think they would actually take all those support studios, and once they are owned by Xbox, do you think they will allow them to do what they want?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they will.
I think some of them would probably have within their studios teams that would still work on COD, and others that would break away to do their other side projects that they've been wanting to do and haven't been able to.
I hope that
and then kind of go from there where, you know, it's that's the whole thing with Microsoft
contract policies, so they don't turn over every year and a half.
Right. But then that's the thing with Microsoft and Xbox. You can go from one team to another. You're still within the same company. So if you want to work on Halo, you shift over to Halo. Or if you want to work on Clockwork, you shift over to Clockwork Revolution. You can do that a lot easier now because they're all within the same company. It's just another position. As long as the position, you know, when they're ramping up, you can easily slide over if that's what you want to do.
And if you want to work on Redfall, they're going to smack you and go, "What the fuck are you thinking?"
They're gonna laugh and be like, "I'll see you. See you on Monday."
I had to say that one. I'm
it's
sorry.
better than the one last guy working on Anthem for however long by himself, trying to revive it, keep it alive.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Also, you got to think marketing rights for the Call of Duty League, where now you can have Call of Duty League, Microsoft throw up Xbox, blah blah blah, Power Xbox, whatever. You can throw all your commercials through there at the whole time during that show. You can throw in commercials about what next game is coming out to Game Pass and all the different things. Plus, when those kids see their favorite streamer or their favorite Call of Duty League person talking, and somewhere in the background there's Xbox or something, that matters. A lot of these players only doing PlayStation because they might like the controller, but the Call of Duty League beforehand was only using PlayStation controllers. So there's a lot of underhand, not underhand, but underlying stuff that can help push dollars to Microsoft and the Xbox thing. That's why PlayStation was fighting tooth and nail for it. It's a lot of money.
They also didn't want their PlayStation logo to light up, and then you launch the game and here's an Xbox logo lighting up.
Exactly. It's all about perception. Perception is big time. These kids can be influenced a lot. I mean, obviously these old fuckers can be influenced too, the way folks are just capping so hard for this situation. So perception is big.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Honestly, you want to know how they make this profitable? Microsoft makes this profitable is just leave King alone. They'll make the money back.
Oh, of course.
Oh, dude, they'll make that in like a week with King.
Yeah, they just leave King alone, let them do their thing, and all the grandmas and stuff are gonna just spend money on Candy Crush. And
it ain't grandmas, dude. I see people all the time playing that shit.
Probably not even Microsoft letting King do their thing. King's probably like, "Shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of my office, and we'll do our thing for you. All right, just go.
Yeah, we'll send you the checks. No worries.
Get
out. Direct deposit.
Get out.
We got Margaret over here.
We're good.
$2,000 a week.
Oh, hey, I do have a healthy dose of criticism, and this is actually, this is one of the things I'm most excited hear me out. This is one of the things I'm most excited about them buying Blizzard is I try a lot to play the games that come out on Game Pass on PC, and only about half the freaking time I can even download the damn things. The PC, Xbox Game Pass app is terrible. Get rid of it, add everything to Battle.net. Battle.net is a billion times better. They need to do that like immediately. I've just got to throw that out there. If everything can get moved to Battle.net, trust me, if you haven't used it, it's phenomenal. Just
I've
do
used
everything there. Yeah, it's so much better. So much better. Anyway.
But I also agree with Fastback. It would be interesting to see a couple of Call of Duty devs using doing something with Halo multiplayer.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
With id Tech though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, and that's the beauty of that, because now you have different backgrounds.
I'm gonna have to counter that as like, if you look at the metrics here, and you look, Microsoft's like, here's what we're buying, here's what COD does, here's what Halo does. We're not fucking sending any of these teams over to Halo. You're gonna work on Call of Duty because that makes the billions and billions of dollars. Halo, sorry, doesn't.
No, but you still want to send some support members that
You'll
can
have extra
help
developers
guide.
to do that.
And then now you have two franchises, okay, because the one should have already been there, but it died off, and it's now you can have two franchises.
No,
you expand it more and more.
No,
You have to remember
you don't
now-
just buy one car. You don't
There's-
buy one ship in a navy. You buy multiple ships, and now you have a huge navy when it
You
comes
have
to
an
this.
armada.
And
But
you
you gotta
have,
remember,
and you
too,
have
there's-
your flagship ship.
There's also
And
what,
you don't
3
send people from your flagship ship to support one of
Yes,
the little
actually,
dinkies.
no. Well, you guys know about this in the military. When you have a good leader and a bad team and a good team, if you take the leader from the good team to the bad team, you can make the bad team decent and good again. And then if you take the bad leader to the good team will still function with a bad leader, and you'll have two good teams.
What if the good
Mm.
leader quits because he doesn't like what he's been told to do?
Not always.
Not always, but at least
There's
when
no
you-
quitting.
No, exactly. But
Well, this isn't the military. This is
no, but it's an example. I'm just saying you can raise up both sides. You don't have to have one and just keep all the people one way. That's the whole thing of mixing and matching. You can get the ideas, you can get the experience from one and fix where the bad issues are and get that going. Now you steamroll both of them. And then you go to another IP and brand new, and you already have basis on what these both do. And this thing here does its own thing, but those people know how to do it to effectively make it pleasurable.
And you also had to remember, though, there's not just one company that's doing Call of Duty. There's 3
Right.
different companies.
Right.
No, it's
And-
more than 3. It's 3 main and then like
All
5
the
support
Exactly. There's 3
studios.
main ones.
There's
all
like
the
8
supports.
total studios. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And every year, right? Call of Duty sucks. I'm going back to the last one. Right? Every new one. This sucks. I'm going back.
Actually, I thought the one that came out
first 2
last
weeks
year was the
it's really
best
good.
for a
The
long
first
time.
2 weeks it's really. I'm just.
No, I'm just
Talking
saying
about
a lot of people I see hate the new direction because the other team did something different. Remember boots on the ground? That whole thing? Now everybody's like, "Oh yeah, well that was great when we were able to wall crawl or wall run and do all this other stuff." But that game sucked so bad that everybody went back to the old one.
That's dumb Call of Duty people, because
That's exactly what I'm getting at.
the new game is always great when it comes out, and then 3
2
months
weeks.
later,
Oh,
it's
3
the
months.
worst one ever. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
they say, I'm ready to go back to the old one. And then by the time the new one comes out, then they go, oh, but this one's going to be the best. It's just
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's the mentality of people. But that's the point, is they eventually like the game, even though they
Mhm.
bitched about it. That's my point. Eventually, they understood where these creators were going, these devs were going with the
Infinite
game.
Warfare.
Yeah, but they liked it after the fact. It's just they bitch, and then in the end, they still like it. So it's an ongoing process that will never change when it comes to these gamers. But these devs, at least they know what they're doing. And if you can have some of them pick up the slack where the other teams were failing, that'll raise the ship. It's fact.
A rising tide raises all boats. All that good stuff.
Yeah, we'll go with that analogy. Sounds
Sure.
like- yeah, we'll go with that.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Anybody got an objection to it? Nope, didn't think so. All right, good. Get it up.
No.
Yeah.
No, that saying's been around for a
No,
long
no, no,
time.
no, 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 no.
Longer than I've been alive. That's a long
Well,
time.
if you insist.
No, 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 no.
Thanks a lot, Scrub.
There you go.
You're welcome.
But no, it will be interesting because I'm seeing somebody put out a tweet a second ago. He calls himself, oh God, where'd it go? He's hinting now, because I've seen this a couple of times, that evidently now PlayStation's talking about buying Square Enix. Okay.
Yeah, we've already.
That would not be a surprise. They threw away their whole Western division to possibly look like they want to sell. It'd be easier for a Japanese company to buy them because they don't have their Western division.
You saw, yeah, but you saw what was happening. They were going to sell to Microsoft or Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And then when ABK came up and they said, well, we got to jump on this now, they got pissed off. That's why now you see why there's so much animosity of like nothing on Xbox.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I
I'm
think
sorry,
it's right
Final
up
Fantasy
the
ain't
alley
doing
for
that great,
PlayStation.
bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so now somebody named Diane Alter, Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. We are closely monitoring developments in other jurisdictions, including receiving regular updates on the substantive issues from parties and relative stakeholders. The ACCC review timeline remains suspended. Australia, nobody cares.
What? That's just a bunch of dumbass words put together.
Yeah, nobody, and the
Who
bad
cares?
part, that's like the other day Canada chimed in. Trudeau, nobody likes you anyway, dude. Just stay up Canada. We don't care. You know, Canada chimed in during the FTC hearing or whatever.
After
Nobody
they were
cares.
already too late. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares about Canada, just like nobody cares about Australia. We know what kind of laws you've got over there in Australia. Thank you very much. We're not interested.
I apologize for Wilmy has watched too much South Park.
Did you see the DM?
Sorry.
I mean, really, Australia, you're now chiming in when this has already been passed by the FTC and everybody else? Nobody
Make it look like we care. Yeah, you're like
yeah,
a
I
day
mean,
late,
this
you
is the
fucking
same
idiot.
country. If I'm not mistaken, Australia, a lot of the games that we all play aren't even allowed in Australia. They're not allowed to have some of these video games, like shooting games and stuff where you kill people. Am I right?
I don't know.
I think they're allowed to
Australia
have
I have
seems
a
pretty.
point there. I'm not sure.
Did you guys see the?
They're pretty strict over there.
I'm looking at the DM now.
Yeah. Did you see the DM there? It's
Yeah,
no
check
longer
that out,
going to be
Wilmy.
Xbox Live Gold come September 1st. It's going to be called Core, and you're going to be included with certain games from Game Pass, part of the Core service. Same price, nothing changes. You have access to certain. I mean, it's funny. It's because you look at it like what was it?
They're learning from us. Oh,
Call me
Yeah.
Nostradamus. I said, once they
And
get
this-
50 million, it's gone.
And this list will grow in the coming months. Games with Gold will also end in September, so no more free games.
You know what they're going to do?
Oh
though? They're
no,
gonna be like,
tragic.
well, you could have this also if,
Right,
if
so basically-
you actually subscribed for the extra $5 or something. You know what I mean?
There's your transition into Game Pass and how they're doing it.
Core
without
and console
actually-
is only $1 difference, so it's going to push you at least into console because it's only $1 difference.
Yeah.
That's what they
It's
should have
not
been doing.
stupid. It's not. Is it something that like we don't want to see? But I mean, I had people against like PAX back when we used to get those, and like you'd get a ton of stuff from some of these multiplayer games, and now we don't get that anymore, and people are fine with it. I haven't seen anybody like going crazy, except some old ass like my ass. I mean, be like, yeah, I'll take before, thanks. But it is what it is. I mean, we all have an opinion, and unfortunately,
We all have assholes.
the youngins that are in our lives don't really give a shit, unfortunately. And they will gladly spend our dollars, by the way. But
because they're going to spend their parents. Yeah, they're not spending theirs.
Oh no, what's Salty? gonna do?
Unfortunately, we concede. I don't know why, but I guess
So what is Salty?
it's the
gonna
gamer
do?
in us.
So, but what is Salty going to do when his wife divorces him? He's not going to be able to spend her money.
Who cares?
No,
I mean, homeboy could stand to miss a meal or two. I mean, let's be honest. Probably do his parts good.
Because unfortunately, the man doesn't have a job, and his job is owning Twitter in his magical brain. That
you call that owning?
Unicorns and rainbows happen, but I'll digress.
Don't mind Crispy. He had a bunch of mushrooms before the podcast, so he's okay.
Yeah.
A bunch of shrooms.
You know what? That is one thing I've never had in my life.
And that's the only thing he's never had in his life.
Just one thing?
Just one thing.
Wow. Just one.
And I picked the one thing. Wow, that's impressive. Pat on the back for me.
Yeah, damn right. It doesn't happen often. That's going on the calendar too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's funny, this whole thing with Australia. Nobody cares.
I'm having a good night.
Now.
Nope.
Yeah, nobody cares, Australia. We've seen some of the shit you do over there the last couple of years. No thanks. Yeah.
I mean, we'll give you a pass for Margot Robbie, but I mean,
yeah, other than that, you're stay on your side of the water. We don't need you here. But yeah, actually, Guardian, I think, just said Germany's the same way. There's certain games they're not allowed to play.
Yeah. Oh, also, speaking of Game Pass, while we're on here real fast, I know I'm sidetracking, but the family plan in those test markets have closed.
Yes, they have closed. That is correct.
So, don't know if that means something.
The trial period's over, or closes in. This seemed to go out.
Trial period, but that doesn't mean that they're not looking at if they're actually going to bring it out or not. We don't know the numbers again. This is yet again, we don't know
what's the rumor on how much it's going to cost a month.
Nobody said
yet.
The rumor that everybody's agreed upon is 25.
Yeah,
but
like
now if you're
accounts or something like that.
Yeah, 5 accounts. And then you think about it, it could be 6 if you do the if
you get greedy,
the Xbox sharing, your home console share.
That seems low. I'll be honest.
Yeah, screw that. My kids are adults. They won't go. If they want games, they can buy them themselves.
Yeah,
I bought them enough games when they were little.
What's that top tier for PlayStation? I'm just saying.
You mean the top tier that has old
$17,
games?
$18 a month.
We don't pay month because we buy them by the year when it's half price as it is for the month.
Well, we all do that.
Until they take that away
Game
from
Pass. I never pay full price for Game Pass, or sometimes don't pay at all.
Well, I haven't paid for Game Pass since
Microsoft
April 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and my Game Pass Ultimate's still good till May next year.
Bing search.
I would like to play Fable, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why can't you play it?
Because it ain't out. And my Game Pass is gonna run out.
You don't think that's gonna happen?
Get it. Just get it. Just get it. Don't just do it. Just do it, Pen. Pen. Just do it.
Spartan says it will become core September the 1st, 2023, right before Starfield.
It's gonna be
exactly.
They go.
Oh, I guarantee Starfield's going to be included in that core group of games too, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, actually, they will be. Think about it. Think about it. All the Game Pass and the Gold were never included together. Now it will be.
Mm-hmm.
And I did read that it was September 1st.
Yep.
So, that's again. You're going to jump another set of numbers because you just included people, just like we talked about with WoW. Bring them into it. That's another jump of numbers.
I'll go on record saying right now, I would be
it's going to stay
amazingly surprised if Starfield was in the list of those core games included with.
Okay, that's on the calendar too.
Why wouldn't you? It's on the $10 Game Pass. Why wouldn't you have it on the $10 core?
Because they said there's only 25 games there. Because that's gold. That's a rebranded gold.
No. the list will grow in the coming months.
Yes.
Would you rather have the trash that you've been getting for a while if you had a goal?
I don't get it, but whatever.
I think that'll be an introductory game to try to put you into.
Unfortunately, I follow everybody, and some people are still just a gold member. And the games that have been coming out for the past
Look,
year
if you
and a half,
only
horrible.
play Call of Duty, gold is all you need, man.
I don't understand the constant
all right,
complaining
well,
about it.
now
It's
you're
like,
getting a little ahead here. Let's not act like that's going to happen within the next year. It could, but I believe regardless of
Call of Duty will not be in Game
PlayStation
right
will
now.
still have the marketing rights because you know
2
why?
more years. 2 more
Microsoft
games.
doesn't want any hate from it. And that's what I'll say about that.
well, we got one more topic to discuss before we hop out of here.
Sweet.
We did lose one thing this week. We lost Major Nelson.
Yes.
Larry Herb decided he is retiring after 22
The
years.
freaking white gloves have been retired, people.
He has been with Xbox forever.
Literally,
he-
right? Because Xbox is only
22 years.
23 years old. So yeah,
Yep, he's
Phil,
been with him
day one.
22 years.
I gave somebody shit, but Phil is next because Sarah Bond's going to take over.
Well,
And
yeah, that's beside the
I
point right now.
actually-
We're talking about Larry. Let's don't get ahead of ourselves. We're just talking about Larry, Major Nelson. Major, you will be missed. And we hope whatever you do next. Well, actually, he said he's going to take a break and spend some time with his family, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
he did.
I don't blame him. The dude's got to be what, like 128 by now?
Good for him, man. Yeah,
I think
honestly.
him and Keith Richards are starting a band, maybe
He's probably like 50.
with Cher.
Nah, he was just gray early. He's not as old as Eric.
Lady Foxfire shared out a tweet that is incredible. He was holding a Lancer and he must have looked like, I'd say 35, like my age. Like he was, right at the beginning, like, and he was holding a Lancer, and I was like,
Oh, no.
Yeah, I
Crispy,
remember
I
that.
remember seeing you on camera, brother. You don't look no 35.
Whoa!
I remember 35. That was
"What you trying to say,
Do
old
you?
man?"
I was going to
I
say
don't.
you're a little bit older than 35, dude.
I don't remember.
I
That'd be
do.
so funny. He comes
Hey,
back. He's like,
I think
can't
he's just
believe
thinking
I'm
of
the
my
new strategic
voice.
partnering director of Bungie. Imagine.
I don't know. I keep picturing Sling Blade, tater
I would
tots.
think just chill, enjoy your time. Like I said, enjoy your family. A lot of people who say they're going to enjoy their family, they start to get that itch when they're away from it, and they
And
do
then-
come back.
And then
But
Tom
I'm pretty
Brady
sure.
divorces
Cliff
his
Blazinski.
supermodel.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
but I'm
I-
pretty
I-
sure.
I think
He
that
can-
itch
he
is
can sit down and
basically stir crazy because the family's all up on them.
Oh, it
They're
will
like, I
be.
can't handle you guys no more. I got to go
You
back
guys
to work.
don't understand what it's like having grown children, do you?
No, I don't.
They're closed.
Dude, let me tell you. You love
gotta
them when they're little.
I got a ways to go before that.
You got to deal with them when they're teenagers. You love it the day they move out, although you do get empty nest syndrome. But you and your spouse will get over that quickly. Believe it or not, you do. You will learn to enjoy your privacy.
And then they come
And
back.
then all of a sudden, yes, when they're almost 30, they love to come in pairs and annoy the shit out of you. And you still love them.
Daddy Wilmy, will you help me?
You still love them. And you would do anything for them. But they come around and they act like they did when they were 5. They love to argue with each other. And you're stuck in the middle of it.
But the
especially if you-
grandkids,
Especially if you have daughters, they love to argue with each other.
Mm.
And they
grandkids
will.
make it worth it.
Oh yeah, my grandson makes it entirely worth it. But he'll look at me and my wife sometimes and be like, "What the hell, man?" But yeah, it's just I understand, Major. So we'll probably see you back in about 6 months doing something different. Just
Those
saying.
commercials from back in the day were just iconic. Those goofy little commercials he used to do all the time. I used
Oh,
to
yeah.
love
Yep.
those. He was always a character, and he's beloved by pretty much everybody.
I told you, General. I told you guys just a
Well,
second ago.
He
It
happened
ain't
Ain't
right
no way. I'm right again. Damn, that's like
Twice
4 times tonight.
in one show.
Oh, is it only twice? Shit.
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself.
Don't bring back the white
Dredd
gloves.
said I was partially right, so that's like
Yeah.
Well, as long as he doesn't,
So
2.5.
so Peniac,
as long as he
not-
doesn't turn out like Adam Sessler, he'll be okay.
Peniac, do not
Yeah.
wake up from this dream.
Damn.
2.5 times right tonight. Damn. Huh.
But yeah, sorry to
Go
see
buy a
you go
lottery ticket
major, but
tomorrow,
we
boys.
understand.
Yeah.
Let me
This
guess what is
week
in
in
it. All the
Xbox,
old Halos,
yeah,
all the old
used
Gears,
to be
all
a
the old
thing.
Forzas. Hi-Fi Rush on that list? It should be. More people should play it.
There'll be a Horizon on there, probably.
Horizon 4's on there already.
People are only
Yeah.
waiting for Starfield. Let's be honest. Come on.
Just put Redfield on that list, man. They're good.
Redfall
Nobody's
is
good
one
with
of
that, though.
one of the travesties, and even Phil said it. So we'll take it.
I haven't played it, so I can only make fun of it by proxy.
Fable Anniversary.
I haven't
best way
played it
to do
either, and
it
I'm an Xbox gamer.
It's-
There you
it's
go.
put- And put Starfield
Virtual
on
high five.
console and
You wouldn't
move
play
up
that
people
shit.
up
Looks
for that
terrible.
$1.
I played
That's the best
Redfall
thing.
out of spite, so I made it a point to beat it.
Mhm.
I
played it out
value
of
my
spite
time
for a
more
good
than that.
hour
I don't play
myself.
games out
And
of
he has
spite.
nothing else to say because it's just not that good.
I mean,
Not
I
from
was
what I've
excited.
seen.
I was excited because there were vampires involved, and yeah, that's about.
He thought he was gonna get scared, and it's just not gonna happen with Wilmy.
No.
Wilmy's like me, dude. I'll walk through like a haunted house or something. I'd be like, "Oh, look, there's like this little kid that's trying to scare you behind you," and I'll just laugh as like my girlfriend will just be like, "Oh my god," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I saw that like 10 minutes ago. Sorry."
Oh, dude,
That's the way I am. I don't know. I'm fucking weird.
I've done haunted houses. We used to do one every year, and I always dressed up like Satan. That's a shock, right? And I used to love nothing more than jumping up and scaring the shit out of some adult dude because they'd always think it was a mannequin sitting there in the chair. Yeah, until
I've
I
seen a
jumped up
few
and
good
grabbed the
scares
fence.
hit.
Oh yeah, especially the dude was like really big and he had his girlfriend and he was talking shit. You
Oh, they're
jump
the
up, man, and
funniest
scare the
ones.
hell out of them.
That's
They're
good.
the funniest ones.
Or like they scream in your face and they bring out the chainsaw with no chain on it, and you look at it and be like, "No!" And then be like, "Oh shit, this motherfucker knows." Like,
Yeah, exactly.
dude, I've done it
we don't.
before, bro.
We don't do chainsaws. We don't do chainsaws because again, we scare them more than a chainsaw does. So
Plus,
there's-
you're not
there's-
allowed.
Well, I
to
mean-
because
I've
even
cracked
you're not
a
even allowed
chainsaw
to
a
use
couple
chainsaws
times.
in Florida. That's impressive.
No. We have
Well, I mean,
people
they
that
see
use
that beard
chainsaws.
grid, they're automatically thinking this guy cooks meth in the woods in
Have-
Kentucky. Run!
Didn't have the actual chain on it.
Ding,
like-
ding, 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 ding.
Well, when I say
I
boy, you
already-
got
Oh,
a pretty
shit,
mouth.
deliverance.
They're scared.
Run.
I bought this
But-
$2,000 chainsaw to have a chain on it. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
grab
no,
it.
Obviously,
People
they
are
don't run
looking at me
chains
like
on
I'm
them.
crazy.
We
Wow,
got,
dude, you paid $2,000 for one? I've got a giant, like 6 foot long
I'm
steel.
saying back in the day.
Oh, I was going to say, mine
dude.
didn't even cost that much. It's a steel.
I haven't been doing this in years.
All right, but
I
on
don't
that
even
note,
go to them anymore.
on that note, I don't either because I've been married for 26 years. On
And
that
it's
note,
boring.
let's get everybody out of here. We will start with our guest, Crispy. Tell everybody where they can find you, dude.
At Chris Baum on Twitter, Chris Baum 28, Xbox Live, and only one show besides, maybe once in a while being here or wherever the hell I am. Breakfast of Boom, Fridays, 10 a.m. That is all.
You only do one
That
show
is
now?
the plan stuff. Yeah, well,
One show?
unfortunately, I got kicked out by the host on one show.
Ooh, who was it?
And the same host that I'm on now, I didn't have time anymore, especially my brain. No, especially with this ABK stuff. Please be over very soon. Just saying, tired of talking about it. Even though I'm good at it, does not mean I like really talking
Well,
about it.
we've kind of avoided it for the last 18 months. We really haven't thought that much about
Well,
it.
I mean, it's time to take the victory. Once Sony signed it, I mean, we're done. Like, it's
But yeah, the night we
it's
just had to. It was too funny not to
Yeah,
speak about it.
yeah.
no, and I respect that, because like at the end of the day, like time to take the victory laps, and also watch the salty tears just flow out, and it's gonna.
Well,
be
you
for a
would if
couple
he
months.
quit deleting his account.
No, you know.
But it's
All
kind
right.
of hard to do when he keeps deleting his account.
It's and Wilmy, I just want to say, I'm glad you're back, bro.
Thank you.
I
I'm
love
glad
you,
to be
man.
back.
I love
Okay.
you, man. Like, dude, yeah, I am probably one of the most consistent guests. I've always been on here, and I apologize, but I mean, last couple weeks, not been fun.
Oh,
but
dude, I completely understand. Trust me.
I'm glad to be back. And you know what? Like my mom would say to me, brush your damn self off, freaking put peroxide in those damn scabs, and get the fuck back up. And that's what she would say to me.
Stop jerking off on the cat.
That is fucked up, but she might have
It's
said
your
that to
mom,
me at
man. I
some
don't know.
point.
I don't
Wow.
know.
Well, I was gonna say Penn's talking from experience.
Really?
Jeez.
Mom would always say, quit putting peanut butter down there and the dog will quit licking it.
Dang Canadians.
Yeah, Peniacs always say, quit putting maple syrup on your balls.
Oh, damn.
Because you kept getting the sheet sticky. All right,
Oh.
Tempest. It was good to have
Yo.
you back, sir. Nobody's heard from you in ages. Tell everybody where they can find you now.
You can find me same place at the Tempest Sun on Twitter. I'm not on there as much these days, but you know, it's always good to go on there and see a certain salty little ginger man. You know, just delete his Twitter over some video game bullcrap.
And that's it, dude. At the end of the day, it's just video games. That's
I know. Yeah. But no, you can find me there. I didn't get to say it on that. We talked about a pregame show. Give Exoprimal on Game Pass a try. It's crossplay. You can do it Game Pass or PC
Got
or
it
Xbox.
downloaded.
Yeah, dude, it is the weirdest game you'll play in a long time.
And that's not always a
I-
bad
I-
thing, to be honest.
It's
Yeah,
not.
I mean-
No, it's awesome. It's cool, man. Yeah.
Shower with that. Yeah.
Yep. You said shower with that, would you? Okay. Well, you can also find me on just Tempest Sun. That's my gamer tag on Xbox. So those are the two places you can find me. Wilmy, just want to say thank you, man. It's been forever since I've been on a show, and you're like, "Yo, can you be here?" And you know, my wife let me have off. So.
Oh, tell her thank you.
Yeah, I will. All right, it's been a pleasure, guys. Good time.
Good having you back, dude. Trust me. We will have to
Thank
do
you,
this again very soon.
Yes, let me know.
Mhm.
All right. Scrub. Tell everybody where they can find you.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate Crispy and Tempest for coming on. Great to have y'all. It was a good show. Thanks to everybody in the chat. You can find me on Twitter, ScrubNerds3, the number 3 behind ScrubNerds. Of course, here on Sundays. And then you can find my Twitch channel. That'll be Scrub_Nurse. And you'll see me playing mainly Call of Duty, but every now and then some other stuff. So thanks everybody for coming out. We'll see y'all on the next go round.
Fair enough. And Dreadpool.
Yes, for those of you who are watching, you can see all the information on screen. But for those that are listening, 7 p.m. right here, 10 p.m. on Friday mornings with Breakfast Boom. Obviously,
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of content that are right now are cons that are coming out. So I got videos here and there. I got some Breaking Breads in the works. But I really want to say I thank you all, everybody that showed up in chat, for sticking it out with us and having good laughs with us. And again, thanks to our guests, Crispy and Tempest on. It's good to see you both back in the scene.
Thank you, man.
So again, thanks. See ya.
All right. Piniac, for the 2 people that actually follow you, tell everybody where they can find you.
That's right. And for the like 2 people that follow me, and I was right twice tonight. Oh,
And
my
we're
goodness.
the ones on the
stars,
podcast. We're the ones that follow you.
stars aligned. Can you believe it?
By all means, please enlighten me.
Here Sundays 7 p.m. We always have a good time. I'm always outnumbered, but that's fine because we're not idiots and we're not dickheads. So we can have a
Some of us
discussion.
are. It's okay.
Yeah, but you know, we can have a discussion and we can talk and we can do the stuff
We can
that
dance if we want to.
other
sorry.
people
Sing
can't
you
do.
dance.
And Twitter, you can find me at Peniac Giant.
I just walk with the big stick.
But yeah, good show again tonight. Thanks to Crispy, thanks to Tempest for coming in and getting some feedback, having some discussion.
Damn it! Now I got that song running through my fucking head.
Yeah, me too.
That's your own fault because I had nothing to do with
It's a
that.
safety dance.
You went with it.
Mhm.
You went with it. But yeah, good show, guys. Glad everyone in the chat. I think you had a good time. Yeah, Wilmy, what's up?
Yep. And of course, you can find me here every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on Gaming Beyond the Box. You can find me on Twitter. Look for Wilmy Hood #2. Since Elon decided to take down the original Wilmy Hood,
He had to take a shit.
yeah, I had to create a new one. And you can find me on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. Just look for the name Wilmy Hood. And you can also find me on Facebook. You can find my page there before Zuckerberg takes it down again.
Of course you will.
Dude, I'm getting real tired of creating new
I
pages.
love it. I like it all the time. You know my real name, but that's all right.
I'm so sick of him taking down my pages. My original page there had 200 and some thousand followers. He took it down over a fucking meme of Michael J. Fox.
Wow.
Of all the memes, dude, Michael J. Fox.
First of all, Michael J. Fox will laugh at whatever you put up there.
Wasn't it
Exactly.
Wasn't it also an old meme that was like 2 years old?
Oh yeah, dude.
If you've never watched Spin City, that was all Michael J. Fox for years.
I mean, it just that's why I did not go on Threads, and everybody was saying they're going to Threads because my Instagram account I shut down because I was getting emails from like shit I posted 5 years earlier. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with this shit. Just go ahead, close it down. I don't care. But you can find me there and definitely find me on Twitter and here. And that's about it. So everybody do your little laps because the deal is closing. No matter what this dumb bitch from Australia thinks. I don't know what the hell she's smoking. Evidently, the same thing Lena Khan's smoking. And Jim Ryan, of course. And like I said earlier, we did find out that Jim Ryan's not like Barbie. His knees do bend. So on that note, everybody enjoy your games. Have a great coming week or week of coming, whichever one suits you. And
Yes.
we are
Hello.
out of here. And we will see you
Peace.
next week. And hopefully we get Bomber back from his vacation and Centurion can actually make the show next week. And we'll see what we do for guests. And